Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. When will these nurses ever learn? More nurses posting content that is pretty deranged on the internet, on TikTok, and losing their jobs as a result. Not everything you think needs to be out there for the world to be privy to. You don't have to put every single thought that you have out there, especially when you work as a nurse. When you work in a public-facing role, a very serious, privileged position to be in, caring for people, looking out for the health and well-being of your patients. This is not giving me caring vibes. It's giving me, if I don't agree with you, if I don't like you, I may very well end up killing you, using my role in order to do so. So it's no surprise that this person has now been fired. I'm not one to immediately call for somebody to lose their job when I see something on the internet that I don't like. But as we've discussed before, this person is a nurse. So Libs of TikTok posted the following. Meet Chad Malinowski, Chicago area nurse. Chad appears to suggest letting ICE agents bleed out and call on nurses to target them. He also says hospitals should fire all MAGA employees because they're racists. Chad works at Midwest Express Clinic and Carl Hospital, according to his LinkedIn. And then she tagged them and asked them if they had any comment.
Remember how much power nurses have in this country? One of our own was just murdered in the street. So we might be able to stop this somehow. Thoughts?
Good morning. Did you know most ICE agents don't wear their plates properly? I've seen it.
You know, as the type of ICU nurse I was cardiac ICU nurse. And I did a lot of time, lots of hours, holding on a groin that wouldn't stop bleeding. Let me tell you what, that femoral artery, those veins in the legs, I can't remember what it's late in my shift, okay? I know it, I'm tired. Anyway, the vasculature in the leg, it really bleeds well. Someone could bleed out very quickly from that, probably like a couple of minutes, really. I would really suggest to all the healthcare organizations out there that if you have knowingly MAGA employees, that you terminate them. They're not safe people to take care of other people. You can't have people who have open racism in the healthcare system. I mean, we already know that exists, because if you're a black woman in healthcare, you know. But if you're openly MAGA at this point and you're supporting the murdering of people, you don't deserve to be in healthcare. You should have your license removed.
That's literally what he's doing. How can he not see that? And he posts this and he's surprised that he's now been fired? How do these people think they have the moral high ground? Still, this guy would think he has the moral high ground. Him losing his job, he'll probably claim that he's being persecuted or his free speech is being infringed upon. The very thing that he claims to hate, he is a proponent of. He's encouraging. This is, I mean, look at the guy. I'm sorry. He looks not quite there because he's consumed with anger, I'm assuming. Of course, an employer is going to understand that this is not somebody who inspires confidence, no matter what their political persuasion is. Even if you hate ICE, are you going to be comfortable going to someone like this? Having this person treat you when you are at your most vulnerable? What if you say the wrong thing? What if he assumes you're MAGA? And then for him to think that this is okay to post is only proof that he lacks judgment. And that's not even to touch upon the sick, twisted things that he has said that are deeply disturbing, to say the least.
That's so disappointing. And I remember working with them. So annoying.
These are the angriest, dumb people I've ever seen. They deserve to lose their jobs for being utterly stupid for saying this stuff while wearing their work uniforms. And then, of course, no surprise, in the next video that this person posts, he's claiming that he's been fired.
Okay. I know you guys who follow me know me, and you know who I am as a person. And you know that I'm really passionate about everybody being treated equally, no matter what.
I didn't get any of that from the last video about people being treated equally. All I heard was, if you have different political views, you are a racist and you don't deserve to have a job. That's all I heard. And you deserve to die.
And I think it's really annoying that a post that I made talking about nurses who are MAGA, basically questioning if they could treat people equally. And I don't believe that you could if you believe those things morally. And so I said that I didn't think that they should have jobs. Somehow that's been twisted so that I wouldn't treat a MAGA patient the same. And that's not at all. That's not. I often treat them, and I treat them just the same as I would treat anybody.
These people cannot be serious. From what he said, now he's claiming to be all rational, and he was just questioning if MAGA nurses, whatever that is, treat people equally. It's on video, it's on camera. Don't try and backtrack now.
The vasculature in the leg, it really bleeds well. Someone could bleed out very quickly from that. Probably like a couple of minutes, really.
And now to try and play innocent, like you were just talking about politics. Because yeah, people have lost their jobs simply talking about politics. There are people who've lost their jobs for misgendering or refusing to put pronouns in their bios. Remember those days?
Because I believe that everybody should be treated the same when they come into a medical office. Everybody should be listened to and heard, and everybody's concerns are valid. And those of you that have been following me on my platform since I've been here, it's a stupid little platform where I don't talk about much, really. But you guys know who I am as a person. And, you know, I can take a lot of stuff on the internet. Like, I can take all the gay bashing and stuff that's been thrown my way. That doesn't bother me. But seeing people go after your character is really hard. I know they're just doing it because it's what they like to do, is sit here and play on the internet all day and yell at people. But, it does affect real people's lives. And I'm a good person. And I work really hard, and I take care of all of my patients really hard. I took care of all my patients really hard.
Again, that's not the vibes that I got from the previous video. All I got was very scary, disturbing vibes. In any profession, if somebody who worked in finance was talking about how they could swindle some money from the company, I'm sure the company would be very concerned about that. They won't just dismiss it and say, oh, it's just social media. He doesn't mean it. That would be cause for concern.
Okay, so I've become the victim of a coordinated attack between bots and MAGAs. I will be going into hiding for a few days. Or more. I'll miss you.
We are aware of comments made by a former employee. This individual has no affiliation with Carl Health and has not worked at the health system in over 3 years. We are committed to creating a safe and inclusive environment for all members of the community to receive care. Simply because there's a trail, a history of where this person has worked, they're now getting it as well. And then this is what Libs of TikTok posted as an update. We just spoke to Midwest Express Clinic, who confirmed to us that Chad is no longer with the company following our expose. FAFO. Another one bites the dust. Who knows how many cases will now be brought against the clinic. Anyone who was under his care has a potential case against them. This is going to cost them so much money. Yeah, potentially this could have, a ripple effect. And people are calling for his license to be revoked. Did they explain why they hired someone like this in the first place? And when you're a nurse, people have to trust you. Because again, you're dealing with people in their most vulnerable state. And if he believed that his posts inspired trust, then he really is delusional. I've had nurses put comments in my videos, on this topic, saying that they've had to deal with people who have hurt others. The most vile individuals you could think of, but they still offered the utmost level of care because that's their job. They've had patients that they didn't agree with. They've had patients that, objectively speaking, are immoral people, criminals even, but they administered care appropriately. They didn't allow their personal views, their politics, to interfere with the level of care they give to patients. Again, because they are just doing their job. And if they can't do that, they don't need to be a nurse. It's very simple. So I commend the good nurses out there who treat everybody equally. So let me know what you think. Do you think he was fired for simply criticizing MAGA? So thanks for watching. A like, comment and subscribe. Take care of yourselves, and God willing, I will see you in the next video.